What's good, y'all? So now that we know about Dame and James Harden, probably two of the biggest stars that's going to be moving to another team pretty soon. Dame's situation is a little different. He says he won't play for any other team than Miami Heat. At least that's what's according to reports. Um, Now he could do the Kyrie Irving. If he gets traded to a team that he doesn't want to go to, then that means he'll sit out the season. He'll make it problematic for that team that he got traded to. This goes to show you that the Stars have so much power, you know? So if the man say he going to Miami Heat, the Miami Heat is where he's going. So the biggest question will be how that trade gets done. And if you got a team that's with Dame, Bam, and Jimmy Butler, how does that turn out? Is that a super team? Yeah, happy 4th of July to everybody. Happy to 4th of July to you, Kid Trunks. Now, is Bam, Jimmy, and Dame Dollar a super team? Now, if you're just looking at it on paper, a lot of people don't feel like Jimmy Butler is a superstar. Some don't even feel like he's a top 10 player, right? So his value gets lowered by a lot of people sometimes. And Bam Adebayo, okay, I mean, you can make a case he's an on and off all-star, but is he a top 5 player? No. Is he a top 10 player? No. Is he a top 15 player? No. Is he a top 20 player? No. He may be a top 25, top 30, yeah. So it is what it is. Yeah, it's a Charlotte Hornets jersey. It is, by the way. Let's move back a little bit. It is number 2, Larry Johnson. Top draft pick back in the day, Grandmama. He was on a movie. But, it's old school. Him and Alonzo Mourning was the first big duo in Charlotte Hornets history. I was looking like that. My jersey, the other side look like it's white right here. Is this white? Why is it showing white? I don't know why this part here is showing white for. Because it don't look like it's white on this side. But whatever. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it's showing white from this angle. But it's reversed. Because it's supposed to be over here. Okay. So let's look at some of their trade ideas. All right. So here's one of the ideas I think would be good. Oh, you see those firecrackers going off. You see it going off. Hold on. There we go. All right. So let me put that on mute a little bit. Boom. Okay, so this is one of the trade ideas you could do with the trade machine. They got to get their team involved. If they don't like the package, that the Miami Heat could just go flat out them. Off the bat, you can't just do a trade off the rip. You got to add a dirt play in there. So Portland would get Doug McDermott, Duncan Robinson, Jokovic, Martin. Martin did his dang in the playoffs. And on top of that, they got some solid role players, and they get 2024 first round draft pick, a 2028, and a 2030 first round picks. That's a lot for Dame Dollar. You get first round picks, and you got some solid role players. The Spurs get Tyler Hero, a 20-point scorer, a 6th man of the year candidate. You pit him with Victor. He could probably become the next Mono. He could get a Mono Ginobili type role. Build him up from there. Then all you're going to be missing is your Tony Parker. You got your Tim Duncan and Victor. Now, you repeat the same pattern again. Turn Tyler Hero into Mono Ginobili. I know that's asking a lot, but remember, Mono Ginobili had to start out a very similar way too. And Mono Ginobili, his numbers aren't too far off from Tyler Hero's numbers. And of course, the Miami Heat receive none other than Dame Dollar. Okay, so Mr. Lillard. Okay, happy 4th. Hey, yeah, happy 4th, Gmoney. Help them burgers are going off. You're hearing a lot of noise going off over here. That's a trade idea. You get a third team involved, boom, the money works, everything works. And I think this is a good trade for both teams, you know? But that answers the question. Do you consider Dame, Bam, and Jimmy Butler a super team? I don't even know if I could call Jimmy Butler a superstar. I think there'd be two legit superstars or all stars on that team. And that's Dame and that's Jimmy. But I don't think Bam, the word super team with Bam Adebayo in the mix, I don't think it works. I don't think it works. Now, granted, the Miami Heat has been an overachieving team for the last few years, right? Or maybe they're just that good. They went to the finals twice. Okay. Wait, they went to the finals in 2020. So in 2021, they didn't make it. 2022, they didn't make it, but they made it 23. So, and you could have made a case that if Jimmy Butler hits that three, they probably make it to the finals again 3 times out of 4 years. So but realistically, they made it 2 times out of 4 years. And yes, Dame and Butler are not superstars. Does this make them the favorites in the Eastern Conference, though? Because keep in mind, Milwaukee is getting better. They're still the same team, but they got better. They add Malik Beasley. I'm going to get into some of the role players later. They added Malik Beasley. He got better, right? He's going to help Milwaukee spread the floor out, shoot that 3 ball, right? So Miami Heat ain't a lock to be the best team in the Eastern Conference. You still got some good competitors out there. Boston is still good. Boston got better, you know? Yes, they are up and down in the playoffs. You know, Jimmy Butler does show up in the postseason every now and then, you know, but then disappears sometimes in the postseason. You can make the same case for Dame. You can make the exact same case for Dame, you know. Now, I'll talk about some role players that are valuable too. Man, the fireworks are really going off. You hear that, you hear the noise is really going. The minute I go on live, they start making all these noises. The minute it goes on live, you know. If this trade happened, you think this is Celtics versus Heat Eastern Conference Finals. Okay. Y'all still sleeping on the Bucks. The Bucks got at least 2 more seasons left in them old guys. The only youngest guy still in his prime is Giannis. But don't sleep on Milwaukee. All right. If they're fully healthy, they could definitely get the job done. So I want to go into my next trade offer, you know, outside of this. Man, it's good. This is a good, solid trade for both of these teams. You know, good, solid trade for both of these teams. All 3 of these teams, actually, you know. So you can't take nothing away from them with the way this trade looks like. I mean, it definitely gets the job done. And I think the Spurs would be a good team for the future. Okay, so now here's the second one. All right, you could pull these trades up in trade machines, okay? So, boom. We got James Harden. So, let's just go. We got James Harden, PJ Tucker. This works in the trade machine. They go to the Clippers. Then you could get Norman Powell, Terrence Mann, and Marcus Morris for the 76ers, right? You could do that. You could pull that trade off, you know? So the Clippers will have James Harden, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard. Now, I would say that's more of a big 3 than the one that you have in Miami. Reason why, because all these guys are proven superstars at one point in their career. MVP candidates. Defensive Player of the Year awards between them. James Harden got an MVP. Paul George was an MVP candidate. Kawhi was an MVP, a multiple Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, these are proven guys that was proven to be number ones on their team for a long time, right? So that's a little bit different. Clips getting Harden and Tucker doesn't seem too bad. You know, I personally don't want to see it because technically, depending on where you rank James Harden, that could be viewed as a super team because all 3 of those guys are very established players. You know, Because keep in mind, if we had KD and Kyrie and James Harden, we view that as a big three. Then I don't know if we could view this one. I think the only thing that would stop this is the age, like Gmoney saying here, right? If these guys hooked up together like 5 years ago, you could say it flat out, this is a super team, right? But the fact that they all injury prone, they're not valuable on the court too much. It'd be hard to say that this team is a super team, because it goes where you pit James Harden at. Do you value James Harden still to be an elite player? But that's still a lot of points. That's 21 and 10 assists per game, right? So no matter how you look at it, that's still a lot. That's still a lot to go away with. And, Philly becomes a shell of themselves, though. They lost a borderline all-star in James Harden. They get role players. They got more depth, but I don't know if this helps the 76ers or hurt them. Okay, Maxey and Tobias Harris will have to be your main two scorers. These guys will be complementary pieces to try to help you win. Does this put Philly over the top? Does this make Philly a title contending team? That's the question. Do you view this as a title contending team? All right. I don't know. So I'm going to move on, and let's move on a little bit, and let's get to the third trade that I pull up. Now, I figure this one. Now, let's stop on this one. This one is different. This trade comes about because I thought, what's this team called? The Mavericks. The Mavericks need defense. Who better to get for defense than Jared Allen? And you get, an extra role player, and then Isaac, Okoro. Then the Cavaliers get Tim Hardaway Jr. They get a first-round pick for 2027, and they get another solid role player. All right? This helps the Cavaliers get a little more better at the guard position. They get a little scoring. Tim Hardaway is a two-way player. He's not that much of a two-way player, but solid enough. But I think this trade helps the Mavericks even more. Okay, because if you look at this trade, it helps the Mavericks superly big time. You get Jared Allen. They need a rim protector with the fact that Kyrie Irving and Luka don't play that much defense. So you're going to need a team like this. You're going to need a team like a player like Jared Allen on there, Okay. You think the Mavs will have to give up much? Now, I put this trade together, see you later, because it matches with the contracts. Okay, maybe if you add more players in there, you got to get the third team in. I don't know if the Cavaliers are happy with this, but hey, 2027 first-round draft pick, they could end up getting number one. They could be such a bad team, they could get number one, They still be guard heavy with Donovan Mitchell, Garland. They'd be very guard centric, Oh yeah, Gmoney, I agree with you on that. But they got to do something. They got to turn the page in Philly. So maybe they're going to have to just put a lot of good, solid role players around Joel Embiid. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of that will possibly work. So this helps the Mavericks. The Mavericks you could put Jared Allen in the starting lineup. He'd be your 5. He'd be your rim protector, Yeah, no doubt. No doubt on that. So was one of my trade, or 3 of my trade proposals, on that list. Now, I did get into this. Christian Wood is still available. Average 16 a game. Dallas Mavericks want to give him mid-level. He don't want to accept it. So that's the reason why he probably didn't re-sign. Grant Williams is still available. Solid role player. PJ Washington still available. Solid role player. Kelly Oubre, good role player. Average double digits. Still available. Okay. Mason Plumlee was available, but then I heard he signed a 2-year deal with the Clippers. And Eric Gordon messed around and signed with the Phoenix Suns. So he's taken off the list. So that's my breakdown of those guys. Christian Wood, a lot of teams could use a Christian Wood on their team. He should resign back with the Mavs, though. Man, I did heard reports. I don't know how the Warriors will pull that off, but the Warriors getting Christian Wood would be something. I mean, hey, shit, that'd be something, right? But those are my trades. All right? Those are my trades. And those trades I pull up with the trade machine, NBA trade machine. You can have a little fun with it. The problem with those, though, those trade machine trades never go through. It's always something out the box, always something completely different, So, yeah. And those are my 3 trade ideas for that. Happy 4th of July, by the way. If you're wondering what jersey I'm wearing the Charlotte Hornets Larry Johnson joint. It's old school, right? So, yeah. It's funny though. Out of all these teams that I just helped get, I didn't put the Knicks in the list at all. It's because I don't believe the Knicks could get a lot of good players. Some of the players that we could probably get a hold of, I don't think it turns the page. It don't move me. And I think the Knicks is stuck in basketball rock between a rock and a hard place. That's the problem with the Knicks. They just can't land that superstar. And I don't see how we can make a trade to get it. I try to put trade scenarios for Paul George, but according to the New York Knicks, according to reports, the Knicks said Paul George was too expensive for their taste. They didn't want Paul George. They didn't want Paul George. Isn't that crazy? The Knicks did not want Paul George. He was too expensive. But you got a shitload of role players that you could perhaps trade for and get a superstar. You could fill the gap. I just told you 4 or 5 role players that you could go out there and get. There's always replacements for role players, but superstars are not replaceable. All-stars, top 10 players, top 15 players, top 5 players, they're not replaceable. They're hard to come by. So if you could land one, let alone 2 of them, you should count your lucky stars that you got a team like that could do that. It's hard to do that. It's hard to land those type of players, man. And it's really upsetting for the city of New York that they don't get a superstar basketball player. Bad. It just sucks. But what's up, CJ?
It's me, dude, Zach.
Oh no, Zach. I'm sorry, TJ. Why you pick is that a nickname or something?
That's my real name.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go. So we're just gonna call you Zach because YouTube wise, that's what you're known as.
You just want DiVincenzo, that's it? That's all?
But man, don't get me started, man. I didn't even approve of that. I don't even know. Everybody's acting like, yeah, you got better. It's just a role player, man.
You're paying him $11 million a year?
I don't know what's wrong with my franchise, man. We can't pull off good deals. We got good. Now we just got another role player. We just added depth for no reason, though. We don't need depth. We need a superstar. That's what we need.
I like how the Suns filled out their roster.
Yeah, the Suns did pretty good. I'm actually shocked how they filled out their roster. That missing piece, that landing piece was Eric Gordon. He's pretty good. To give them some guard play off the bench.
I think they'll make it somewhere.
Well, I mean, based off the trades that we have, I would say Denver, the Lakers, Phoenix, and probably Golden State are my top 4 teams so far in the Western Conference, just based off the moves that they make. What up, Gmoney?
Happy 4th. So happy 4th, TJ, aka Zach and P. Happy 4th. How you guys doing?
What's up?
I'm Canadian. I don't celebrate that.
Let me guess. Are you wearing Larry Johnson musty balls?
Yes, I am. Larry Johnson.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah. So, Gmoney, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just had a little scratch. I think it was from Zach. But, yeah, you've seen the trade machine. I think he was around when I was pulling up my trade machine trades. What's your opinion on him? Yo. Maybe we having a little technical difficulty. Oh, I couldn't hear you. We had a little technical difficulties. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I actually like him. I actually like all of them.
Yo,
Can you hear me?
you're cutting off. Yeah, you're cutting off. Damn.
Okay,
You want to
let
log
me
in and
come
come
in.
back?
Yeah, come
All
back.
right. Let me just remove you then. Hold on. All right. Zach, what up? Why you mute yourself? You having a little get together in your house or something? I know you don't celebrate 4th. I heard a lot of noise in the background. So waiting for Zach to come through. But Christian Wood is a good guy. That's a valuable a team should be able to pick up. I heard the Phoenix Suns were looking for Dwight Howard. They willing to sign Dwight Howard. I mean, if you could sign Dwight Howard, let him have a role to play on Phoenix, that wouldn't be bad. I don't know how much Dwight Howard has left in the tank, though. So I can't say that's a good signing, a bad signing. You know. Yeah, my Knicks are sorry. Zach, you already know. You know, so it is what it is. We're stuck in basketball rock between the hard place, man. We just don't know how to get over that hump. It is what it is on that aspect, you know. But yeah, Kelly Oubre is another double-digit scorer who's a free agent, and a lot of teams could use him. Now, I'm not pitting him on my Knicks. A guy like that, what team could use a guy like that? Kelly Oubre. See, you know, he played on the Hornets, and he could be one of those guys that put up bad numbers. I mean, good numbers on a bad team. So I don't really know if he's actually really about that, but man, there's a lot of teams that could use a double-digit scorer. I mean, San Antonio got a lot of money to spend. Why not pick up Kelly Oubre? You know, help Victor out a little bit. You know, so that's not bad of an option. I wonder why San Antonio didn't go after Fred VanVleet. You know, having a point guard like that with Victor wouldn't have been a bad option. That wouldn't have been a bad option at all. Yeah, we do, man. We just can't land the star, man. Whenever a star wants to leave a team, we just can't get him. And if you believe these reports, the Knicks actually don't want Paul George.
I like what the Bulls did.
You like what the Bulls did? Please, man, the Bulls are even worse a predicament than the Knicks.
They signed Torrey Craig.
Do you think? I had one of my trade proposals. You think James Harden goes to the Clippers?
Oh, I heard the Pelicans are in the mix for Lillard.
For Lillard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm no. He ain't. He according to Dame, he said he ain't playing for no other team other than Miami. So you could trade for him, but he won't be playing. And why would you want to trade for a guy that's not going to want to play for you? This is the power of the stars.
I heard the Heat are getting their offers rejected.
Get who?
Like the Blazers want more from the Heat.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to add a third team because they got two options. You can either keep Dame or trade him to the Heat, but he ain't going nowhere else other than the Miami Heat. And if you trade for a guy like that, you're going to be giving up assets for a guy that don't want to play for your franchise. I think that's stupid. You can't do that in today's NBA because the stars hold all the power and leverage. LeBron could go to the front office right now and say, I want to leave the Lakers. You know, and if he wants to leave the Lakers, there's nothing you could do. You're going to have to trade him because once the news gets public, it is what it is. That's the problem with these stars. Think about it. All of them went to wherever they wanted. Anthony Davis wanted to go to the Lakers. He went to the Lakers. James Harden wanted to go to Brooklyn. He went to Brooklyn. He wanted to leave Brooklyn, then go to Philly. He went to Philly. These guys get whatever they want.
I'll tell you the one right now. I'm going to call it. Just like I called how Denver was going to win the championship.
Okay.
Denver will be eliminated in the playoffs. Okay. Round 2.
Yeah. Oh, really? By who?
The Suns.
The Suns did get. I mean, they really. I liked how they put that roster together. They got some young players.
Right.
They got guys that can stretch out the floor.
Here's the Suns starting 5: Cameron Payne,
Mm-hmm.
Ayton, Beal, Booker. Now
Yeah.
on power forward, they
Mhm.
have who do they
Yeah,
have?
San Antonio has the best package. See you later. They got so much number
Does
one
Aaron
draft
Gordon
picks.
start?
No, he's coming off the bench. Eric Gordon's
Then
coming off the bench.
Who's there? Oh, Kogi, right? Kogi will start.
Yeah. Kogi's starting. He's actually a starter.
Okay, and then off their bench, Eric Gordon.
Right.
Who
The
else
the
Watanabe.
Asian guy. I can't pronounce his name, but he played on the Nets.
Watanabe.
Yes. All right. So him. I mean, they got solid pieces. They got solid pieces, man. You know, so there ain't no excuses for them. And there's no excuses for Dame. If Dame gets his wish, you forcing people to pitch you on Miami Heat, you better come through then. You ain't got no excuse to lose if you playing on the Miami Heat.
What if they make Dame start the season?
Huh?
What if they don't trade him and they make him start the game?
Well, I mean, that's a possibility. I mean, it'll be a little awkward, but
it would be a little awkward.
Yes, I mean, yeah, because he demanded a trade, and now you're going to have him still play on the team. It's going to be the James Harden situation that he get traded mid-season, but he's still leaving. None of the, no matter how you slice
Listen,
it, he's still out of there.
If the Heat get rid of Tyler Hero, Caleb Martin, now they already lost Max Strus, Kyle Lowry, they're too top heavy now. They're not winning.
No, they're going to end up keeping Kyle Lowry. But
Kyle Lowry's on an expiring deal. Why not get rid of him?
Yeah, but the way these deals work out, I don't think nobody's going to. The Blazers don't want him. I mean, unless the dirt team wants him, but the dirt team would just be taking on Tyler Hero most likely.
The team with the best amount of picks.
The Blazers don't want Tyler Hero.
The Spurs have so many first-round picks from different teams?
Yeah, but Dame don't want to go there. That's the thing.
He did say he wants to play with Victor.
Well, I mean, if he says that, I didn't hear no reports on that. All I keep hearing is he guaranteed wants to play in Miami. He's hell bent on playing in Miami.
He doesn't want to play on the Celtics. I don't know why. That'd be a good team.
Yeah, but I mean, he gonna get his wish. He want to play in Miami. So if we give you your wish, come do and try to produce a championship then. And I don't hear no excuses. They top heavy because they went out and got better pieces too. They got Josh Richardson. They got a couple of new players that they signed on.
Josh Richardson's been injury prone all his career.
Well, I mean, hey, he's a role player. So he just come in and do his job. I see a lady said Dame said he has respect for San Antonio, but Dame didn't say he want to play for them. As of right now, he just wants to play for Miami until things change. We have to wait to see. He say, hey, you know what? I want to play for Miami and San Antonio. Then you could work something out. Because all San Antonio really got is draft picks. Outside of that, they ain't got no other players that Portland wants. They're a young team. But Tyler Hero will be good for the San Antonio Spurs. What's up, G-Money?
Can you hear me now?
Much better, yes.
P?
Yes, we can hear you. Much better.
Much better?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, I pulled up the trades. So, which one you think is fascinating to put a team over the top, or which one you like, which one you don't like?
I see a little bit more of the Clippers. Because the Clippers do need another guard, and I think and another forward. I mean, okay. PJ Tucker helps with 3-point shooting, corner 3-point shooting, lockdown defense, and rebounding. And right. James Harden, I know maybe older, he's still a guy that can still play, can still score, and still get to the rack. So I think James Harden helps though. I know Dame still get to the cup and gets the points and still burn. I think look at the treasure chest they give up. Caleb Green, athletic freak. That was a monster. Match in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics. Look that you had to give up. Nikola potential young prospect. Duncan Robinson,
I will say this about G-Money. If they do this 3-team trade right now, because these teams are in the mix, they ain't got no excuses no more because you went to the team that you wanted to play with. You got more than enough to help you win. You got a guy that been to the finals twice.
I agree. agree. In 4 years, twice in 4 years. Younger Robs, he was
no
just shooter, and the guy can put the ball on the floor. Same thing, Martin. Martin put the ball on the floor too, and it's a lot of pieces of heat.
Yo,
To me, the teams that win this is the Spurs. The teams that win this, the teams that honestly win this, though, to be honest with you, are the Spurs and Blazers. Crazy as it sounds, though.
Right.
The Spurs, you get a hero a guy that can create his own shot, though, and get the pop system. For the Heat, like, do you know how much depth they would have to give up, though? How to be in the
it'd
Bucks
be something like this. This would be their depth. But they got good replacement, though. They got Josh Richardson. Who else did they sign? They signed some other players, too, right?
Josh Richardson is good old, though.
they got that 19th pick, man. Jacuzzi, whatever his name.
Wait. Who else did the Miami Heat sign? Miami did make some other moves. Who else did they sign? I keep forgetting who they signed.
Thomas Bryant.
Thomas Bryant.
He's solid. He's going to be there.
He's all right.
Let me ask you something.
He's going to be there to get minutes for Bam when Bam gets tired.
Did Lillard screw over the Blazers' future because he made them sign Grant to a contract that's not tradable?
Yes. Well, to a certain extent, but if this deal goes through and they get all these trades, they got a bunch of first-round draft picks, they're going to be all right. You know? See you later says Thomas Bryant can't guard a pole. Yeah, I mean it hurts Miami a little bit, but I'm not concerned with Miami's level of getting depth. They could always find good role players. You know, they can't get a Christian or Wood, right? There's always role players available.
Miami is interested in Christian Wood. That's a rumor that is true.
Who?
But it's Miami other teams that can get Christian Wood too.
Yeah,
there's other teams that can get Christian Wood too, and Christian Wood as the center.
Even right now, as we speak, Christian Wood, Grant Williams, PJ Washington. I mean, we could go on.
Remember, Grant Williams is restricted. But remember, Grant Williams is restricted.
That is true. That is
keep him. You got to think about all this stuff. Grant.
What about Kelly Oubre?
Kelly Oubre is okay, but does he fit the needle though? He's hot and cold, man. Like,
I mean, he's a role player though. I mean, that's the thing. Role players.
Kelly Oubre is a good 3-point shooter. Like,
yeah, he's streaky as hell, man. Like Grant.
But here's the thing: role players are hot and cold, and you can find them just about everywhere.
I'm sure Eric Spoelstra can teach him. Eric Spoelstra is a good coach.
If I'm Miami, why not go? Why not go after Dwight Howard?
33% from three. Kelly Oubre's 33% from three. He's not a good 3-point shooter.
Oh yeah, definitely not on that. I mean, but
exactly.
The fact that he can still average double digits without shooting the 3-ball pretty good. That just goes to show you that he's still
he's a good player. He's a good player. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying that he's a player at best. I don't know.
That's okay though, because he's not the number one option. He's just a role player. When we're talking about role players,
I don't know if Miami should go for this though. I think they will be better for Milwaukee or Boston. To be honest, they will be better for Milwaukee, Boston.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing though. If we're talking about role players, we have to lower our expectations. We can't give them the same level of performance like a Jimmy Butler or a Dame. We're just talking about role players. So if you side in those pieces, there's a shitload of role players available. That's what a GM is there for. They can always fill the gap in. And I mean, look what the Suns did. Look what the Miami Heat just did this past season with a bunch of nobodies. Now those guys got nobodies. You know what I mean? Technically, they got those guys. Miami Heat put those guys into a system. Now they're getting paydays on the other teams. You know, Vincent went to the Lakers, and the other dude went to the Cavs, right?
Strus, Max Strus.
Yeah, and these guys wouldn't even be getting these paydays if they didn't went to the finals. So it's the fact that people just took notice of them. You know, that's what going to the finals would do for you.
Yeah, but I don't think that he win. I don't think that he would win this trade.
They're not winning the title, bro.
Of course, he would not win the title. Fuck no. Like
they'd be a title contender though.
Because the Lakers are winning.
They'd be title contenders. And I mean, I'm not saying that they just make them number one favorites, but Milwaukee got better too.
I don't even think they're even title contenders. To be honest,
Lakers are winning the title next year. I'm just gonna say it right now. You know.
I mean,
what you think of Milwaukee getting Malik Beasley?
That's Beasley's getting another shooter. He's not trash. He's a 38%
man. He's a role player. Why you guys
shoot? He was on the wrong team. He was
You
on the
guys
wrong
keep
team.
stop calling role players trash when their role is limited.
You gotta look at the team. You gotta look at the team he's on, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta look at the team he's on. That's why his production is. I'm not making an excuse for Beasley. I'm not. Yeah, he could have been more consistent. At the same time, look at the team he's on.
You know, it's crazy, man.
Like how's Malik Beasley trash? Right? Like Beasley's a 38% 3-point shooter in his career. That's not trash. The dude averages 11 points per game in his career.
Hell yeah. And you said Grant Williams is restricted, right?
He's restricted.
So that means another team can match his match. The Celtics can match his offer if another team offer him money. So, I don't. Oh, he said campaign can carry the Suns when KD and Bill get hurt, and Bane. And
so why are we going to get hurt? How do we know?
Yeah, I mean, hey, the Suns did a good job of refilling their roster up. I like what they did. They got young, they got the superstars already. They're gonna rely on those guys a lot anyway, and they're still able to keep a DeAndre Ayton, who's like a borderline all-star. The Suns are definitely, they got some depth. They got at least 8 to 9 players that could be great, solid rotational players. You're coming. You was fading in and out a little bit, but just speak now. Let me see if I can hear you.
Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Why win? Why is he win again? Injury? Why are we doing injured players?
Right. Well, he's assuming that if Bill and KD, I don't want to.
I'll give you an example. Right? Did you know we assume that?
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. You know.
Why do we need to assume injuries of players, man? I know they're injury prone. At the same time, injuries of players. We don't know the future. I didn't think freaking Steph Curry missed 60 games in 2020, but it happened. I didn't think Klay Thompson torn an ACL and it happened. I didn't think Russell Westbrook in this case in 2013.
He said Bill and KD always get hurt.
I know. Hang on. Look at the facts, right? Look at the facts. Before 2013, right? Look at this. Before 2013, Russell Westbrook never missed a game. But guess what? He torn his meniscus in the playoffs.
Right.
All right.
You can't just assume injuries. We don't know what's going to happen. Maybe they hurt. Maybe they don't get hurt. You can't assume they're going to get hurt. I don't know that.
Yo, 2 things I gotta say, right?
So
your thing is glitching, man. Prince, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hold on, stop for a minute. I can hear Zach. But Gmoney was
his Wi-Fi's bugging. Listen, 2 things I need to say. This reports that Cleveland Cavaliers are open to trading Mobley or Jared Allen. Right? That's the
Mobley for Jared Allen? Okay.
Second thing, the Atlanta Hawks are aggressively pursuing Siakam. If they get him, what do you think? Where do that rank in terms of contenders?
Wait, who for Siakam?
The Hawks want Siakam.
That's not bad. You team him up with Trae Young. That's not bad. I mean, they could perhaps make the postseason if they stay healthy and play right.
You think Siakam's a superstar?
No, hell no.
But back to Hypocritus, man. What I'm saying is that we can't assume injuries of players. Yes, I know they're injury prone. I know that. But what I'm saying is that we can't predict injury prone. See, this guy's gonna miss this game. That guy's gonna miss this many games. We don't know that.
Right.
Like,
and Jim, not to cut you off. This was the trade that you was into, right?
Right.
This is the one you like?
Yeah, I like that trade. Okay. I just want to finish my point, please. I'll give you an example, right? From 2008-9 all the way to 2013, Russell Westbrook never missed a game. in the regular season. In the 2013-14 year, Russell Westbrook missed 36 games. Did you predict that? I want to ask you, did you think that was going to happen?
No, of course not. I don't predict injuries. Why would I want to predict?
I don't know why people ignore that type of stuff, man. So what I want people to stop doing is predicting, oh, this guy's going to miss this many games because, oh, I've seen it before. I saw Russ never missed a game before 2013-14, the regular season. Before that, and then in 2014, missed 36 games. How do we know the future, though? We don't know what's going to happen. Klay Thompson wasn't missing games regularly before 2020. Look what happened, missed 2 straight seasons.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't predict that. Am I right?
Yep. Oh, see you later says plus load management.
Yo, can you believe Westbrook went from making $46 million to $4 million?
Well, I mean, hey, he's trying to win on the Clippers. He's trying to win.
Kawhi will never, ever be healthy again.
We don't know that. I don't know that, though.
We don't know that. We don't get that.
We don't know that. That's a hypothetical. You can't predict the future. I didn't think AD was going to be healthy in 2020, but he was.
And to be realistically, he could probably miss some of the regular season. And let's just say they make the postseason. He plays the whole dang with James Harden and Paul George and then win the championship.
That's my point. I didn't think AD was going to be healthy in 2023 in the playoffs. I thought he was going to miss some games this year in 2023 in the playoffs, but he played every game. Right. Zach, we don't know the future.
Speaking of NFL, that's starting in a month, the preseason.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I can't wait. But what I'm saying, Zach, we can't assume he's going to get hurt. We don't know the future. I'm going to ask you, Zach, can Jokic get hurt, Zach? Can he get hurt?
I'm talking about Kawhi's past year.
I'm asking you a question, Zach. Can he get hurt? Yes or no? Can Jokic get hurt? Yes or no?
Yeah, but you don't expect him to because he doesn't have
prior
injuries.
So it's okay to expect Kawhi to get hurt, so we can assume an injury? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, because he has knee problems, right?
But how can you assume an injury? Do you know the future? We don't know the future. Do you know the future?
Why are you getting so defensive?
We don't know the future. That's what I'm saying.
See you later. Got a rebuttal for you. He says we can be certain about Kawhi. He has, that knee condition, and reports to the Clippers say his knee is horrible.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't know what's going to happen from now until October. That's what I'm saying, though. Maybe his knee will get better.
Listen, we can predict the future, and if we're right, we get a medal. We get a pat on the back. If we're wrong,
I don't think it's going to be healthy, but I don't know what's going to happen.
I'm very confident in my beliefs. So
guess what? I thought Michael Porter was going to break a back last year. How did that turn out? Michael Porter had back issues, right? He had 3 backs.
Okay, but your beliefs are different than mine, right? That's the thing.
Look, the fact is, Michael Porter had back issues, right? I want to ask you, did you guys thought Michael Porter was going to break a back last year? Yeah, I want to ask you guys, did you predict that?
No, I didn't doubt that. No, but I mean, that's a very horrible injury. Nobody wants to assume that.
Yo, Prince, what's that big boxing match coming up this month?
Oh man, you don't know? But let me educate you. But hold on, let me educate you. It's Earl Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford. Most likely going to be the fight of the decade. It's been hyped up. Yeah, you know, man. Is the sky blue? I'll be there. I'll be there. You ain't got
the best boxers.
You don't have to answer me twice. Those are 2 of the best.
I told you, bro. I told you. Mark Cuban was gonna take advantage of this shit, but I've been saying this, man.
Mark Cuban take advantage of what?
On the screen.
Oh no, that's a trade idea. I came up with.
Oh, never mind.
Oh. No, no, it didn't happen yet. So I'm figuring, hey, the Dallas Mavericks need defense, so why not go after Jared Allen since the Cavaliers are putting him up on the trade block?
You're right about that one, bro.
Yeah, so that's why it didn't happen yet, or it may not happen, but who knows? So
wait, is there a clear path right there?
Jake Paul versus Spencer? No, I don't want that. Zach, I don't want to see no Jake Paul versus Earl Spence. Come on, man. I know that's a joke. And see you later says same thing as Lonzo Ball. Bulls don't think Lonzo was gonna play ball ever again. So that's a response to you, Gmoney.
Yeah, but that's not comparable to Kawhi. What I'm saying is that Kawhi can legitimately come back, though. My point I'm saying is that I don't know the future of certain players. That's what I'm saying. I'll give you an example, right? I'll guys give you an
There's
example.
two Zachs. Zach, there's two. I get it's going to be confusing, so I could say Zach 1 and Zach 2. I'm sorry to cut you off, G man.
Right, but what I'm saying is that P, I want to ask you, P. I know Kawhi is injury prone. I never denied his injuries. I'm not being defensive.
Right.
All I'm saying is that I don't know what's going to happen from now until April. Yeah, can he miss most of the season? Yeah, he could, but is it a possibility he could play most of the season? Yeah, it's a possibility. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know the future, right? I'll give you another example, right? We thought Michael Porter from Denver, right? We all know he had back issues a lot. Many of us thought, oh, he's going to break his back again this year, right? Most of us thought that, right? Did he break his back this year? Did he do it? Did he get hurt? Michael Porter from Denver?
No.
Most of us thought that, right?
Well, I didn't know he was going to get hurt. I don't assume players going to get hurt. I always assume everybody.
No, not you. You. I'm talking about,
right. Yeah.
So he was healthy, right? So that's my point. How do we know our player's going to get hurt? How do we know?
Word. Hey, yo, Kid Trunks, what do you think of this? He probably had Wi-Fi problems too.
So what I'm saying is that, look, do I think Kawhi can play full season? I don't think so. But I'm saying let's see what happens. Maybe he does. Maybe he does not. Let's find out. Anthony Davis, we thought AD was going to get hurt in the playoffs. We thought that, right?
A lot of people thought AD was going to get hurt, but he stuck it out.
That's my point. So I don't want people to assume, oh, this guy's going to make this many games. That guy's going to
his rebuttal back to you. His rebuttal back to you. Some players you can make an educated guess on.
And can he be wrong? I want to ask you, can he be wrong?
Yeah, I think he's going by just the history of the player. If he sees the player hurt all the time, he would say,
But what I'm saying is that can we wait and see? It's like I don't want to assume injuries of players. I'd rather make predictions about how far a team is going to go. That's why It's not me being defensive. It's just me saying. It's not me being defensive. It's just me saying. Hey, let's just make a prediction about how it's going to look.
Kid Trunks, you muted yourself.
I don't think that's Kid Trunks. I think that's Zach or somebody else.
No, that was Kid Trunks.
Oh, that's Kid Trunks.
Yeah. I don't know why it's like that, but that definitely.
That's all I'm saying, though. That's all I'm saying, though. All I'm saying is that we don't know what's going to happen. Yes, Kawhi's been hurt before, but Kawhi's also played seasons in which he finished out and played full seasons. It's not like it's never happened before, Just pretend it's never happened before,
Oh, he brings up a good point. He said, I think the Bucks got 2 good years left in them, though. Yes, they are getting older. So, I understand where you're coming from with that. Middleton and Drew are getting older, but I think they got just enough to make another playoff run.
I think Milwaukee's beating Miami. I don't see how Miami's beating Milwaukee this year. I don't see it, though. Even with Dame, remember, Drew Holiday owned Dame in the playoffs back in 2018. The lesser team.
That is true.
Pelicans. And now the
true.
Bucks,
Dame will have to get his revenge. I know we don't like talking about some of Dame's blunders. A lot of people don't like talking about. A lot of people don't like talking about Dame's blunders. We just keep talking about that he's a good player, but he has moments when he came up short too. So, and he did get owned. He did get owned by Drew Holiday. So he's gonna have to get that revenge. Yeah.
And the Blazers were favorites in 2018. Became that.
Yeah. If the Miami Heat with Dame is on it and they go up against the 76ers, you think they beat the 76ers?
I think this time they probably will. If I would have, it depends who's on Philly. It depends who's on Philly this year. Depends on Philly this year. If they keep Harden and Tucker and the rest of the crew, I say no. If Harden and these guys are gone, I say yes.
Yeah, you think we take a step back from Knicks wise, like, do you think next season we take a little step back?
Depends what we do this whole season. Depends.
I still don't see us landing the star, so I don't know if we're
Yeah.
gonna take a step back. We lost Obi Toppin just for second round draft picks. We could at least get a player back in return, which I don't know what that was about. What the fuck we gonna do with second round draft picks? But stupid. Okay, see you later. Says Philly is a choke job. It'd be easy work for Miami to beat them in the postseason.
I don't think it'll be as easy as you think. We thought the Nuggets were choke jobs in the playoffs, but how did that turn out last year?
Yeah.
The Bucks were choke jobs in the playoffs before 2021. How did that turn out? They won the title. It won't be easy for the Heat. And again, what depth do the Heat have?
Yeah.
Off the bench. And again,
I agree with
Dame
you, Steve. I think we take a step back. We may be the 7 for 8.
Dame underachieves in the playoffs.
Yeah.
People talk about Harden in the playoffs. Dame underachieves in the playoffs.
Hey, guys, how you guys feel about Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball and Tyrese Halliburton's new contract?
Congrats to them and their awesome players. Sue Kitchens, happy 4th. Sue Kitchens, happy 4th. Congrats to them getting new contracts. At the same time, I think they're a little bit overpaid. If they had like $32 million or something like that, it would have been fine. $52 million, I think those teams broke the bank too much.
Damn. You know who I think should have went to the Spurs? Fred VanVleet. Instead of going to
nice. I think it would have been nice, yeah.
That would have been nice. The Spurs had money to spend. I don't know why they didn't go after Fred VanVleet.
It would have been nice with Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell and Trey Jones. Oh, I would have loved that.
Oh yeah. So, hey, yo, Kid Trunks, what do you think of this trade if it go down? Trunks, you there?
Not bad at all, brother. I just think everybody got what they wanted. Let me see Trailblazers receive. They get C. Martin. That don't seem too bad. Seem a little bit too much to give up for Dame, but it is what it is.
Man, hey, Dame's an all-star, man. I mean, you're going to have to give up big prices for an all-star. All-stars always demand a lot. That's just how it is.
Oh, kid bounced.
Yeah, he probably. I hear some cars in the background, so he's probably doing some 4th of July stuff.
Probably some forced festivities. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yo, Zach says Heat beat the Bucks with role players. They will be better with Dame.
That's last year, man. I don't know why people compare to last year, man. And remember, the Bucks didn't have shooting. The Bucks didn't have good role players last year. This year is different. Now you got what? Now you got Malik Beasley and who else did they sign?
Oh, yeah. And see you later. I had to make the numbers work. So that's the best trade scenario for Portland because they're handicapped. Dame only wants to go to Miami.
And Robin Lopez makes them a little bit better too.
Yeah. So that's the best.
Bringing that up is irrelevant, Zach. Bringing that up is irrelevant, though. And Dame is not a great playoff performer. I'm not hating on Dame, but it's a proven fact, though.
No, they have to trade Miami. I mean, Miami has to trade. I'm sorry to cut you off, Gmoney, but Miami has to trade Tyler Hero because of the contracts. He has to go. When this trade, there's no trade scenario where Miami keeps Tyler Hero. He has to go. Even he knows it. That's why on his Twitter, he acting weird and not doing Miami Heat things because he's suspected to be traded. But yeah, man, that's the best thing Portland could get. Portland's not going to get equal value for Dame Dollar. Nobody gets equal value for a superstar. If Giannis say he wants to get traded, you're not going to get equal value unless you're trading the Joker for Giannis, but that's never going to happen. So whenever you trade a superstar, you're going to get role players and draft picks. That's just how it is. Unfortunately.
I don't see how people are picking Miami over Milwaukee next year. How's Miami going to protect the rim? Thomas Bryant's not a great defender. People keep saying, oh, Miami beat Milwaukee role players. Now you have Malik Beasley who can help stretch the floor.
I think Dame would be nice on Philly, but he don't want to go to Philly. Dame said he don't want to go to any other team.
It would be nice with Philadelphia, but he's not going there, man.
Dame wants Miami. He says he will not play if he get traded to another team. So he'll pull a Kyrie Irving. Oh, my leg hurts. I want to sit out. I don't want to show up. I don't want to show up to practice. I don't want to play this game. That's the power superstars have.
To throw in the Jamal Jacquez deal to swing the Jamal Jacquez to swing the deal, and Blazers get a B on the trade given the circumstance.
Yeah, probably so. You know, it could be mixed around. See you later. I just did it by the numbers. I'm just doing by the contracts and numbers. So that's what the trade machine could do.
To me, if Dame went to the Bucks, or I kind of doubt this, if Dame went to the Bucks or Celtics, I think that would be nice. What do you think?
But the problem is he don't want to go. I mean, these star players got too much leverage. You know, even though a guy like James Harden, he's good friends with Daryl Morey. So if he just says, well, I want to be traded, just trade me to the Clippers, Daryl Morey is going to honor that. He's going to trade him to the Clippers. You know, that's the power these star players have. They could say whatever they want and get whatever they want for the most part.
Right.
Just how the business is.
Right. And people talk about Jrue Holiday and Milton getting old. Dame will get older. Butler will get older. Lowry will get older. Love will get older. Do we understand Miami will get older? What are we doing here, though? How's Miami being Milwaukee? How they gonna protect the rim, though? And Giannis is gonna be hungry next year. What do we do? How's he gonna rebound the ball next year? And Josh Richardson is good, but Richardson is hot and cold, though. Thomas Bryant is good, but Thomas is feast or famine. And again, I know
that Vincent is hot and cold too. So I mean, it's role players. They always get hot and cold.
But that's true. But Vincent is more consistent than freaking Josh Richardson. So is Max Strus compared to freaking
who is Max's replacement? Who they replace Max with?
I don't know. That's the problem. That's the issue. But that's the issue here.
But you said they signed two. Oh no, they signed Thomas Bryant.
Thomas Bryant's okay. I mean, I think Bryant's all right. I mean, he's decent.
Well, I mean, even though they play different positions, we're gonna have to just look at that as a replacement. They lost two players and they gained
minutes. I don't see that he being the Bucks though. I don't see that he being, and don't forget Jay Crowder is a decent player. I don't see how did he beat the Bucks, because another thing, Jrue Holiday, every time he's plays Dame, he uplifts his game though. Good defender, hard nosed, and he can
Miami could find good role players on the street. I don't know how they do it. They could go to the G League and say, "Hey, give me these good role players."
G Leaguers. We're talking about G Leaguers. What are we doing here, man?
But some of those guys, they had a roster of seven undrafted basketball.
Yeah, but we're talking about last year. We're talking about last year.
They still get some of them. I know, but they still get some of them guys. And they lost two players, they replaced two players. So my question to you is Josh Richardson and Thomas Bryant a good enough replacement for Gabe Vincent and Truce?
Bryant, yes. Richardson, no. Bryant, I think Bryant, yes. Richardson, nah.
Okay, so they won for one. They won for one with you. They 1 for 1 with you then.
1 for 1, no. Hell, it's even going to beat the Celtics next year. It's even going to be Boston next year. Like, the Porzingis, I think, helps Boston next year, though.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Offensively, he helps them because Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum go on scoring woes where they just disappear. You just start breaking shots all over the place.
Exactly.
So now you got Kristaps Porzingis that could take some of that scoring load off. You know, so yes,
they can't track KP when you have shooters on the floor. So
you're saying right now, as we speak, Miami went down.
Exactly. I think they went down. Kind of constructed though. I think they're like the third best team in the East, probably like third best team in the East, or third or fourth best team in the East. I'll put them around that range.
So assuming they don't get Dame Dollar, that team though, as they constructed now, you think they won't make it to the finals if the season was to start now?
No, even if they get Dame, no. Even if they keep even right now, I don't think they'll make the finals. Even if they get Dame, I definitely don't think they make the finals because you lose even more depth if you get Dame. I mean, Dame's a great player, but you know how much depth you lose?
Well, it's going to be similar to what I just put up. It's going to be something like that.
Exactly, but if you don't have Dame, Hero is good, but we don't know how he's going to look when he comes back. And and I love Robinson, and he'll be nice, but you'll be small against a team like the Celtics, though, and the Bucks.
He's okay. See you later. But you know who I'm buying stock in? I'm buying stock in Chet Holmgren. I saw the guy play in the summer league today. He got some moves. Offensively, he got moves. You know, I need to see him put some more weight on him. But Shat Holmgren, y'all watch out for Shat Holmgren on OKC. That boy could ball. He a good player. So I'm buying stock in Shat Holmgren. I may be buying stock into OKC this year. I may be buying stock into OKC. Period. I think that team is good.
I think it'll be good. Lou Dort, Josh Giddey, SGA, Jalen Williams, J Dub, Pokusevski. I mean, Shed Holmgren. I think it'll be a surprise team this year.
Hell yeah.
They're legit. How far would they go this year? I say between first round team. I say, will they make the playoffs? I'm 50-50 on that. I got to see what other teams do.
Okay, let's assume the Charlotte Hornets get some PJ Washington and Kelly back, and they got Brandon Miller. They got LaMelo Ball. Do they make the postseason?
No. There's still better Eastern Conference teams. They'll be a better team. Sadly, they won't make the playoffs. They'll be a better team.
We got a touchy one here. See you later says OKC would be better than Phoenix.
I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, Sacramento is better than Phoenix. I won't rule it out though. I don't think it will happen, but I won't rule it out.
I'm gonna say something right now. I may be wrong about it, but I think Sacramento takes a dip down. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year. I think they take a dip down. So,
I mean, last season told me anything's possible. Why is it that though?
I just think the West got better. Guys are coming back fully healthy, and there's so many teams in the West. I think the Kings are going to come crashing down to reality a little bit, and some other teams are going to have a better season. I think they had a good season this season, but
winning 48 games, having the best offensive.
That was their Cinderella season. No more Cinderella seasons for them. So I think reality going to start to be kicking in.
They just didn't have right. I thought they'll go deep in the playoffs. I was wrong. They had a magical ride. They had the best offensive rating league history, one of the best clutch teams in the NBA. But I was wrong. I thought they'll beat the Warriors, but I was wrong. They just didn't have the size, no rim protection, didn't have the experience. They just weren't ready. They need another forward.
Yeah.
They could have had a Draymond Green.
Don't sleep on New Orleans Pelicans. They're gonna dominate the regular season if they all on the court playing.
Yeah, they're all healthy with Ingram, Zion, McCollum, Alvarado, Murphy, Jones,
Larry Nance Jr. Come on, man.
Larry Nance.
They deep. And they was one of the best teams in the
Dyson
West.
Daniels, yeah.
That's a fact. They was one of the best teams in the West prior to
23-12 to start the year.
Yeah, man. So a lot of teams going to be stepping in.
I think the Kings are going to still be. I think the Kings will still be a top 4 or 5 seed in the West. I think they'll still improve though, because I think getting that playoff experience that they had, I think they'll take that next step though.
I think the Lakers will take a step back. I think the Lakers won't. I don't think they're going to dominate the regular season. They're going to do just enough to make the postseason, but I don't think they're going to have. I don't think they're going to be like a 3 seed, a 4 seed. I think they're going to probably be like. I think probably like 6 seed at the most if they don't do the play-in. Yeah. You know. So
I think the Wizards are going to be decent. But
no, hell no. I got to disagree with that, man. I think Washington taking a step back. You know. I think they're just going to be a lotto team.
If I have to guess, probably like 20 to I said like 21s. But who knows? Could they be decent? Yeah, they could. Will they be decent? No. Could? Yes.
And see you later says Lakers would be the 5th seed maximum. Yeah, 5th or 6th. 5th or 6th. I don't think they're going to dominate the regular season though. LeBron's a much older player. He's just going to do just enough to make the postseason. The Lakers want to be judged in the postseason. They don't care about the regular season no more. Them guys don't care about the regular season. So I won't be surprised if they're the 6th seed. You know. He said that's my hot take. So yeah, I mean, hey,
who knows what happened? I mean, no one.
I would put more.
Last year,
I would put more stock in Charlotte than I would in Washington.
Yeah, I mean, Tyrese Jones, Kyle Kuzma, Taj Gibson, Chris Bird, Johnny. I mean, but the Wizards need more. The Wizards need more.
I think Charlotte would be better than the Wizards.
Yeah, the Hornets. Honestly, the Wizards. Like,
Oh yeah.
Wizards need more depth.
Yo, I see you later. I agree.
Okay.
See you later says the Lakers are gonna do just enough to avoid the play-in and get that extra rest for the postseason. They're not gonna be a regular season team. So what you see in the regular season will not be the real Lakers.
How good do you think the Nuggets will be this year? We look at the core: Michael Porter, Jamal Murray, Aaron.
Oh, they're gonna be in contention for another. They're gonna be in contention.
Where do you think?
I don't know if they're gonna win.
Where do you think they'll rank this season? Where do you think they'll rank this season in the West?
I think second, third seed, somewhere between there. You know.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Bold prediction. Bold prediction. I get the number. I think they get the. Yeah.
Yeah. They may be number one again in the West. I mean, if they, who knows? They may be number one in the West again. Zach's Wi-Fi had to break up a little bit. But San Antonio, you guys effed up in this free agency. You could have got Fred VanVleet. And if this trade pulls off with Miami and Dame, you could get Tyler Hero. You could turn Fred VanVleet into your Tony Parker, and you could turn Tyler Hero into your Manu Ginobili, and you could turn Victor into your Tim Duncan. That could be your next guys you could develop. Fred VanVleet could be your next G-Money. I said Fred VanVleet could be the next Tony Parker. Tyler Hero could be the next Manu Ginobili. I'm not saying in talent-wise, just to fill that role. And Victor could be your next Tim Duncan. And you got draft picks you could build upon on, He said Fred VanVleet is overrated. Yeah, hey, the 39%, yeah, that's bad. He got to clean that up. He was shooting a lot of bricks this past season, So Fred was shooting a lot of bricks this past season. That is 100% true.
How do you think the Rockets will be?
The Rockets going to be an interesting team to look out for. I think they're going to be a young, exciting team to watch. But I don't think they're going to make any noise.
With Kevin Porter and Jalen Green and Jabari Smith and Dylan Brooks and Freddie VanVleet. And
here's a hot take. I think Houston will be in a couple years where Sacramento is at now. They're going to be that team that people are going to be like, man, they got good. They're title contenders. Give them like 4 to 5 years. Or probably earlier, who knows? Maybe 3 years. They'd be a great team because they're building so much talent from the draft. They're letting these young players build up. They're gonna be good.
How do we think Memphis will do?
Memphis is gonna be solid.
They'll be a good team. I think playing into lower seed because losing John Morant for 25 games is gonna hurt, but they'll be a good team though.
But they got so much John Morant insurance. They got John Morant insurance. They got Derrick Rose. They got who else they got? Who else they pick up? Oh, Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart. Yeah, Derrick Rose and Marcus Smart. So they got guards to replace John Morant for these 25 games.
But trading Tyus Jones is going to hurt though. Derrick Rose he's getting old.
Oh yeah.
I think it'll be a lower seed this year. The Grizzlies around lower seed.
Oh yeah.
They'll be a playoff caliber team, but lower seed.
Oh yo, look what See You Later says. That'd be a brilliant plan if the Knicks could wait it out. Read his comment.
Knicks waiting for Sixers to mess up the Harden trade, then swoop in when Joel Embiid asks out. Use all those draft picks. I don't know if the Knicks should do that though. Who's to say Embiid asks out though? I don't know if they should do that.
Well, he's assuming if Embiid is asking out. That's what the thing is. So if the 76ers fail to build a title contending team around Joe Embiid, he may be the next Dame to ask for a trade. And if he answers for a trade, the Knicks, we could swoop in and give Philly everything they need. We got draft picks, role players, We take Embiid.
I would love Embiid on this team. If Embiid
be the face of our franchise, bro.
If we get the process here, great golly, Miss Smiley. Oh, it'll be
He'd be the best center since Patrick Ewing.
Oh, good. Oh, and man. Oh, imagine them banners in the future.
Woo! Woo! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And
yeah,
man, do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. But hey, can we dream? Right? Who knows? Man walked on the moon. Who knows?
Yeah. Hey, man. No, Gmoney. This is not. It's not far fetched because these players ask for trades all the time. If you make them unhappy, they're going to ask for a trade. You know, who's to say Giannis is going to stick it out on the Bucks? He may say, "This team is old. I want to leave."
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, though. That is a good point. That's a good point. We can't rule things out.
Yeah.
So, and Habitats also said Gris messed up letting go of Tyus Jones. Agreed. He is better than Smart. Do you think he's better than Marcus Smart, Tyus Jones?
Yeah, I do. I think he is. Yeah. But they're taking care of their guys, man. They gave Jaren Jackson his money. So I mean, they're taking care of their core guys. You know?
Jaren Jackson, John Moran. You also have Conchar. You also have Conchar. You have nice, also good role players on your team. Luke Kennard's on that team. Man. You have good players on the team, though.
Oh yeah.
Brandon Clark, Steven Adams. So let's see.
That's good. That's a good idea. Randall. He says RJ, trade Randall, RJ, 7 picks for Embiid. It's not bad.
That's not got bad. Brunson, Grimes, Hart, along with Embiid. You like that?
Yeah, because I don't care. If I got Embiid, I'm playing to win now. So I don't care about those picks. Randall and RJ, I already seen what they got. They play on the Knicks for several times. So, if I got Bronson, I got Embiid, I got Grimes, I got Hart, I got some good solid role players.
Right.
Guys, then I got good role players. I'm good.
So your 5 would be, so your point guard would be Brunson. Your let's see if that would have magically happened. Let's just say, right? It would be Brunson, Grimes, Hart. Who's your power forward then? Who you put in the power forward then? Because the center 2 would be Embiid. Who's your power forward?
Okay, so Embiid would be our 5. Bronson would be our 5.
No. Bronson would be our 1. Yeah, Grimes is our 2. Grimes is our 2.
Grimes is our 2. Bronson is our 1. Embiid is
Hart is our 3. Hart is our 3.
So I don't know. Maybe we're just gonna have to fill in the gap. Maybe we had to a guy that was playing off the bench. We got to fill him in. I mean, we may be a little handicapped at the 4 position.
Because your 4 would be, you have to put what? Maybe like.
He said you trade Mitchell Robinson. Oh, Mitchell Robinson, and get a power forward.
I can't.
So we had to do some more trades. It's not bad, but hey, I mean, if we're weak in the power forward position, oh well, you can't be perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect team. So every team gotta have flaws. So
okay,
okay, man. It is what it is. Okay. Have a dream team. Yeah. I mean, it's impossible in the NBA. You're gonna have every team that's playing in the league got flaws. They're weak at something. So.
Man, Obi Toppin would have been nice. And speaking of that, what do you think about the Knicks trading Obi Toppin for 2 second-round picks? What do you think about
that? Zach says, "Oh wait, yeah, that's stupid. Second-round picks. We could at least have a player, He says Embiid is overrated. Save your picks, New York. You know what? The thing with draft picks, you don't know what they're gonna develop into. They could be role players, or they could emerge to be a superstar. If I get Embiid, I'm in win now mode. So we got to get veterans. We got to get some guys that's a little more proven. So that's when
maybe you can put a Hardenstein as the power forward. Hardenstein could play a power forward. Then Isaiah Hartenstein, he could play power forward. So your 5 would be Brunson, Grimes, Hartenstein, and Embiid.
Yeah. So, and all those picks, we still haven't gotten quality with all these picks.
That's my friend Terry. You can find him the StreamYard link. That's my friend Terry.
Oh, okay. Let's get him in here.
So I'm in the StreamYard, Terry.
All right. Where's he? He's from New York too, I take it.
No, he's from LA, California.
Oh, okay.
Mitchell Robinson for Rui Hachimura. I would love that. Yeah.
Mm.
And the Lakers do need a center, so that would be nice if that would happen.
There you go. Yes, I mean, hey, there's always ways you could build. But if I get Bronson and I get Embiid, I could just build the rest around those guys. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with. So, it is what it is on that aspect, But last but not least, Los Angeles Clippers. I think they want to give it one last chance. I think they're gonna keep the championship. And if that don't happen, then that's when they blow the team up. So what up, Terry?
What's up, Terry?
Oh shoot! Good evening, guys. My bad. I'm just heading home. Not much. Just I just got the stream and I know. My bad if you can hear it in the background. They're lighting off all the fireworks and stuff. So I'm about to head back to my apartment.
It's all good.
But no, I was catching the stream and I saw the topic, what it is. I guess you guys, the topic for the video is like game, but I know you guys are talking trades in regards to the Knicks. But if I can, because I'm a little bit late towards in the stream, can you guys let me know what you guys are feeling in regards to this Damian Lillard situation?
Okay, I'll post it.
A little bit. There were multiple trades.
That was the trade offer I had.
Okay, so let's see. It's Damian Lillard. They get so that means the trail. Oh man, that's a hefty return. They get Caleb Martin, Jovic. I knew they were gonna get Duncan Robinson. Oh man, dude. Now the Trailblazers, they load up.
Yep, I did it all with the contracts. This trade will work if they go do it if they just gonna.
I can't do that if I'm Miami. You give away Duncan Robinson. I'm valuing him. Don't do this, Miami.
But you know what, Terry? Here's the problem. Portland got no choice but to trade him to Miami, and this is the best package they could get. So I mean, the numbers got to equal up. They make a lot of money.
You meant Miami to Portland, P. You meant to say Miami to Portland. I think you meant to say Miami.
Yeah. I mean, Miami to
Portland.
Yeah.
I mean that is a very nice hefty package. Like for the Trailblazers, if you give Dame away, I would say I'm not gonna say you win, but you got a lot of help. You got a lot of instant help, and you get some future draft picks. The Heat, but then the Heat, you lose Caleb Martin and you lose Duncan Robinson. Plus plus Jovic, who you're trying to develop. Like, I don't see them being in championship contention losing them.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Terry. They said they all in on trying to get Dame, and they said everybody is up for grabs except for Jimmy Butler and Bam. So you can have everybody except for Jimmy Butler and Bam, and that's the best they have to offer. And that's a pretty good offer. If I'm Portland, I take that. I got a good team for the future. I got Scoot Henderson. I'm stacked.
I mean, I was hoping to keep Caleb Martin so he could eventually replace Kyle Lowry, because that means you're sold on you're sticking with Kyle Lowry then, correct?
Yes.
Oh man. I mean, if you still feel like that would be a championship team, I would say do it. I think that you just lost a lot of depth right there.
Yeah. And Spurs received Tyler Hero. He's a double-digit scorer. I think he'll fit well with Victor. He can help. I don't still think they make the postseason, but I mean, it would be
a nice, great young squad though. Right. Nice Wemby. You got him. I believe you still got Keldon Johnson. Like, it's a nice young. It's so cool. Like, it's a nice young squad, I guess. It's
right.
Kind of.
Okay, so G-Money told me you from LA. So what's your team? Clippers or Lakers?
I'm a Laker fan.
Oh, okay. So I mean, everybody here Laker fan.
There's no such thing as Clipper fans. Those are just Laker detractors. People just dislike the Lakers, but there's no other team they want to root for.
I hear you, man. I live here in Los Angeles, so I know.
Mm-hmm. So you already know. That's why like, you really a Clipper fan? Like,
I hear that, man. So yeah, man, that was the one of the trade ideas we had. Our second trade idea was this one. Let me get it in there. Oh, yeah, it was this one. So
Let's see. This was going to be the
say
Clippers
it's sent it.
receipt. Oh, this is the one for James Harden. See,
Yes.
yeah, because you got to
So
dump
James one,
PJ Tucker and dump PJ
yeah,
Tucker's contract. I see that, but that you get they
right.
receive Norman Powell. This trade works if they.
They still get to
Yeah.
keep Tyrese Maxey and Tobias Harris. So they still
True,
get to
and
keep
then
those guys. And
you would have
James
a
wants to go. He wants to go to the Clippers. So that's the best trade I could pull out with the contracts.
Mhm.
well. James is trying to finish out his career, back in the hometown. He's just, but
Right.
the Lakers, we can't make that play. We cannot. So the next best option is like doing what Russ is doing. Russ is playing in the hometown, but he's at the Clippers. I mean,
Right.
I understand it if James is already knowing that, like this is basically damn near the end of the road. Like, my career's coming to an end. At least let me play back in my hometown. I'll be in LA. I
Right.
would understand it. I would take it. I just think that given that scenario, did what did Philly have to give up, or what did Philly give up to acquire James Harden? Because I know that Ben Simmons was a part of that.
Yeah. They dumped his contract off to Brooklyn. You know.
Was it picks or other people involved outside of that?
Yeah, it was a couple of. I think it was a 3-team trade, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember the trade off the top of my head right now, but
Hmm.
yeah, I think it was somewhere in the mix of that.
Well,
So
I'll put it like this: given that if that trade were to go through, I would have to say the process is over for Joel Embiid. I don't think he is no longer in any kind of championship window or contention with what would be left of that team. I think it'd be a
so
playoff team. He'd
do
always
you
make the
think?
playoffs, but he ain't going like he may
Yeah.
touch a second round given a matchup. Oh no, he ain't going no Eastern Conference Finals
Do
with
you
that.
think? Do you think this will promote Joel Embiid to say, "Hey, I want to get out of here now"?
But then, does Joel Embiid have any record of saying that he would want to remain or be with the Sixers for life? Because I always know he's talking about the process,
He,
building the
he,
process.
he
So
didn't
that means he
say.
would
He
have.
didn't say.
Well, I haven't heard him say that he's going to stay with
Okay,
Philly
I,
or
I,
going to
I,
leave.
I would just want him. I wouldn't mind it because he never gave like that full commitment like Dame. But I would want him to say that the process is over.
Right.
I would need
But
him to say because it didn't work. You know what I mean?
right. But Terry, keep this in mind. He was upset with Philly for letting Jimmy Butler go because that's his boy.
No,
He
that
didn't
is the
like.
thing. Like I remember because
So that's
yeah,
strike
and
one.
like no, but I thought, in my opinion, I thought it
Right.
was because Jimmy he wanted to play for a big market area, a big market team. Philly's not a bad market. It's not a bad market. But
Right.
then I don't know. Like Miami is major. They got damn near every sports team. Shoot, Miami is a city. You can
Right.
imagine the nightlife and him living like.
Right.
Philadelphia is not bad. Trust me. Philly,
Yeah.
historic city. You already know Philly. What do they call it? The city of brotherly love. Like, oh, it's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
great city,
Oh
but
no, I
but
know Philly. I used to go to Philly. I'm from Queens, New York, so I used to go to
uh,
Philly all the time. But I mean, yeah, it's a 9 to 5 city, so average. It's solid. It's a good city. You know,
true. But then I don't know why. I
it's
do
not
feel
a
with
Miami in no shape or form.
no, I do
Right.
feel like with that team when he had Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, that was the second round team, solid team. But
Right.
Jimmy, I guess he made his way out, and then I guess I don't know what happened with the whole Ben Simmons things, but then with James Harden, like me and Gmoney talk about,
Yeah.
they were up 3-2 in the series and got walked down. So it's
And
like,
game
dude,
six, they had it late in game six at home. Don't forget that it late in the game six at home. The
you know what I
Right.
mean?
Sixers.
They choked it up. So it's like, at some point, if you deal away James Harden, if that's what you receive back, I would have to say that is not enough to contend against the Boston and Milwaukee,
Right.
maybe even the Miami Heat. Like that roster
And
is not enough.
this may not be enough to even keep him. He may ask for a trade.
Right.
No,
All he
yeah,
had,
I would believe so. I would believe so.
all he had to do is go to the front office. You know how these players are these days.
Mhm.
The minute they ask for a trade and the shit hits the fan, it's on TV. It's a wrap. You're gonna
You
have to
got to,
trade.
you have to accommodate the star because you got to
Right.
save face for your franchise because you don't want it to have a bad look. Like I look at Brooklyn. Brooklyn is going to be very hard to acquire a major kind of all-star acquisition because of the way that franchise has handled Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. So
right.
You got to do what's right by the star player. I mean, they put people in the seats. Some people don't even support these teams; they only support the player. So.
True. But then at some point, I would say we also got to think as a franchise. Like if that, what you showed me before with the Portland trade as a franchise, I would have to pull the trigger if I'm the Trailblazers. I'm just thinking as Miami. Do you think with all your leftover pieces and what you may have to re-get now in free agency, will you still have get Duncan Robinson and Caleb Martin and Jovic, and you gave away Tyler Hero? Oh man, dude,
and the role players out there are not going to duplicate what those guys are. Like Kelly Oubre is good, but he's not going to duplicate what Robinson and Hero are doing.
You need a career. You're missing a 40.3% career free 3-point shooter in Duncan Robinson, and
also Robinson was putting the ball on the floor too. If you actually were watching the playoffs, which we all were, Robinson was putting the ball on the floor too.
Right. And plus, and then you just lost your 6th man of the year.
Hey, yo, Terry, you want to know the crazy part about this though?
And Caleb Martin was playing defense.
Here's the crazy part about this. Portland don't believe that Miami has enough. That's why they got to get a third team involved. So even if that trade proposal or probably already got proposed to Portland, they want more.
If let's say the Spurs, let's say this happened in real life. If you're the Spurs, this helps the Spurs because the Spurs do need a shooter to help out.
If anything, the Spurs become an automatic winner. Just even getting, you get help, you get assistance with what that.
You trade Doug McDermott. Doug McDermott can shoot, but you trade for Tyler Hero.
I've seen Doug McDermott in college, dude, from Creighton, bro. He could literally shoot that thing. I'm not gonna lie. When he was in Creighton, bro, he was. I think they went Elite 8. I think they went to the Elite 8 with him. He was like legit, like for real. I'm high on Doug McDermott because if I've watched him, like there's certain ones like him, Will Magner, a few people. If you watch them in college, they have serious game. They just need a chance to show it.
Right. And this is my last trade proposal. Since Mavericks need some defense and Jared Allen's up for grabs,
and
this is what they should go after.
I like this for the Mavs. I like this. This is a win-win for both teams. Win-win.
It's a win-win. But then my question is, who's going to be who's the guards coming off the bench for the Mavericks once you lose Tim Hardaway Jr.?
No, Tim Hardaway. Yeah.
Because wait, was Josh Richardson also there at Dallas before?
No, Josh Richardson was not. No, Josh Richardson was on the Pelicans last year. He was not on the Mavs.
Oh, okay. I remember him with that. That's why I said that. That's why I said that helps Miami a little bit with that.
No, Josh Richardson used to go to the Mavs. Josh Richardson was on the Mavs for a span, but he was not on the Mavs last year. He was on the Mavs for a span, but he was not on the Mavs last year.
I thought he was.
Losing Tim Hardaway will hurt because when you lose Tim Hardaway, you lose athleticism and shooting. So if
that's a good guard off the bench. That's a really good guard off the bench.
Tim Hardaway, yeah.
So that's why I was wondering. So when Kyrie and Luka
was the Mavs guard, Jaden Hardy was the Mavs guard. Jaden Hardy, yeah.
Who? I'm like, who is that? Who's that guy? I know we know of Tim Hardaway. I'm like, who?
Jaden Hardy was an okay role player at best. Jaden Hardy, okay, not great, okay role player at best, okay.
Right.
See what I mean?
Josh Green.
I mean, I would like this trade. I mean, I approve of it. I mean, I approve of it. You do get Jared.
Yo, what up, guys?
Chi-Town, what up?
Well,
salute.
Wait, this trade didn't happen yet, right?
No, these trades didn't happen. These are trade proposal ideas I had.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, yeah.
What do you think about this trade for the Mavs and Cavs? I think both teams will win this if this would have happened.
I mean, I think the main – go ahead.
Oh, no, you got it. No, you got it.
It's your world.
Yeah, there hasn't really been that many big it's been all role players. We haven't seen really big moves with big name players.
Well, I mean, you got Damian and James. That's the two biggest names.
They haven't made a decision where they want to go yet.
Yeah. You know.
But then I don't understand one move that makes no sense to me. I don't know why the Rockets signed all those guys for that much money. Those guys are not worth those contracts.
Yeah.
4 years.
They said it's because they had the salary cap and they had the money to spend. But I don't think they should have
spent it on somebody.
Yeah.
So that's what that is.
Wait,
and
so Fred VanVleet's worth 3 year 130? You can't even lie to me and tell me that. Come on, man.
It's overkill.
It's definitely not worth that.
It's overkill.
Christian Wood is available. And look like Mavs may let him go.
He's gone. He's not coming back to the Mavs. He's gone.
Because the Mavs only want to offer him like a mid-level, I think. He wants some more bread.
Jason Kidd did not use him. J.K. did not really use him well. He didn't use him well.
Well, Denver is losing. They lost Bruce Brown, who's going to be a big piece for them. I think, did they lose someone else?
Thomas Bryant.
They lost Jeff Green.
Thomas Bryant wasn't in rotation that much anyway, though. But he gonna get play in Miami, though.
And Jeff Green.
Yeah, he gonna get play in Miami, though. He gonna get burned in Miami. So
that's true.
Yeah, and they lost Jeff Green to the Rockets. Yeah, Thomas Bryant's going to the Heat.
So I got that makes it seem like I really think that trade may go down, man, in regards to Dame to the Heat, because that's why I'm like, you signed Thomas Bryant, you got Josh Richardson, you're trying to pick up pieces in the free agency just to prepare for, like, when this trade goes down, it's going to be Blockbuster. They're just trying to assemble the pieces right now.
Right?
You do, but shit.
Terry, you know how I put this trade together based off the teams and the rumors, because they said the San Antonio will be the third team most likely. And so I figure, hey, the Heat, San Antonio Blazers, let's do a trade.
Spurs win a lot. If you're the Spurs, this is I'll be honest with you, man. This trade would have happened.
Off topic, but did you guys hear about that big party that happened?
What party? Oh, between
the white party
and Embiid.
Yeah.
Oh, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, and James Harden. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah.
James Harden's still gonna leave. James Harden's still a snake. He's still gonna leave.
Yeah. James Harden gonna do what James Harden want. Yeah. This man gonna make history for demanding respect more than any other star. This guy, he stayed with the team for like 1 year, then say, I want to be traded. He forced his way out of Houston, forced his way out of Brooklyn. Now he forcing his way out of Philly. He must got some power, man. This dude just be like, I want to leave.
Well, according to him, according to what I believe, he is the greatest left-handed shooter in league history, and also given what all of his accolades, what is he, a 10-time, 11-time All-Star, 6-time All-NBA first team, Olympic gold medalist. He was, I'm not sure, like, if he was a six. I think he was a six-man or something like that. All the accolades and an MVP. Come on, man. You got to get, like, given all those accolades, you got to, come on, man. You got to give me something. Yes, you got to give me a lot, too. Yeah. So he's always going to demand 100 million.
Yeah. Nah, but it's the fact that the way he moves like that he could actually do that. That's crazy. He's a snake. He's a snake. That's what I said. Yeah, you would think that he's LeBron James with this type of power and pull. Because, he's not building
super teams now. We ain't building super teams. He's just trying to get his bread the most of. No, LeBron James will build super teams like Kevin Durant. There's no honor in what they're doing. What Kevin Durant's doing is overloaded. This is blown out of proportion now.
Right. Oh, hell yeah.
So, I don't think that Suns team is James Harden, though.
If James Harden goes to the Clippers, is that a super team for you?
Yes.
No, yes. James Harden's not in his prime. James Harden's not in his prime.
Oh, come on. That's the Boston Celtics right there. That's Boston Celtics 2.0 right there. If James Harden goes to the Clippers. Come on. Like, I know Kevin Garnett was not really in his prime. Ray Allen wasn't really in his prime. Paul Pierce was maybe a little bit.
Kevin Garnett was still a top 10 player in the league.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, now you got Russ, 100%. James Harden, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard. Come on, bro.
That's a super
team. Have to be honest. That is.
When LeBron James had Russ and AD, everyone was still saying that was super team. I was.
Yeah, that we did. So I said it was too. You got to be honest.
Yeah. He's still a top 75.
I just wanted to know that. I just want to know what y'all think, what the temperature is. You know, if James go to the Clippers, he's rumored to be going there. So, do we got another a big three super team on our hands?
Yeah.
Like
But hey, a guy that averaged 21 with 10 assists. I mean, hey,
he led the league in assists last year.
So
and then with Russ, no.
No, if this team joined 5 years ago, then I'd say it's a super team. But now James Harden's not in his prime. Russell Westbrook is not in his prime.
Chi-Town. Were you saying the same thing? Weren't you just saying that LeBron, Russ, and AD is a super team?
No, not in hindsight, no.
What?
Chi-Town. Come on, Chi.
Come on, bro.
In hindsight, how are you a super team when you can't even make the playoffs? That's not a super team. What was super about it?
Who didn't make the playoffs?
Look at Terry. Terry's like, what?
No, what was super about it?
And I'm in LA. I'm out here in Long Beach. Like, come on, bro. I'm in the land of the Lakers. Like, no, we even said it was a super team. We even said it out here in the city. It was.
Tell me what was super about it.
What,
bro? We got 3 top 75 players of all time on the same team, bro.
I mean, that doesn't mean okay. Do you get fine in Houston when Pippen and Barkley and those guys joined together? Was that a super team?
Yes.
Yeah, Lonzo on the yes. Same thing with the Lakers with Carmelo, Jay Payton, and Shaq and Kobe. Yes, that's a super team too.
No, because Carmelo was damn near 40 years old. How is that a super team?
Hey man, LeBron's damn near 40 years old, and we're still considering what him and AD is a super team. Come on, man.
Chi-Town. When Carmelo left the Jazz, how many points was he averaging?
I don't remember. All I know is he was damn near 40 years old, and he wasn't making no All-Star teams with the Lakers either.
No. But how many points? Okay, same thing with Russ.
Hang on, Carmelo in 2003, Malone when he left the Jazz, averaged 21. We left the Jazz 21.
Damn.
No, keep this in mind. When James Harden was playing with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, we said that was a super team. That wasn't too far off. No,
dude, they also brought in LaMarcus Aldridge, and did they bring in DeAndre Jordan? That was like,
dude,
bro, that's the
those guys are all cooked, man. Stop it. Those guys are all cooked.
LaMarcus Aldridge was.
I agree. Yeah,
I can agree with that.
Aldridge was cooked.
Yes, he was cooked. He was cooked.
Aldridge old.
DeAndre Jordan wasn't even getting playing time. He wasn't even playing.
Okay, let's look at 2021. Let's look at LaMarcus Aldridge with Brook was only Aldridge with Brook was averaging 13 points per game with Brooklyn 2021. 13 points per game.
He was more of a shell of himself at that time. Plus,
he was old. He wasn't the same player. He was
all right, let me go find. Was that team? Remember when OKC had Paul George, Melo, and Russell Westbrook? Was that a super team for you guys?
To be honest, the more I thought about it, no.
Yes. Yeah.
At first, I thought yes.
Okay, let me ask this then. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Hold on for a minute. Where does James Harden rank right now in the NBA for you?
Top 30.
Top 15, top 20,
top 30.
No, he's not. No, hell no. He's like top 30. Top 30.
30. I'm sorry. 30.
I got him over Ice Tray. That's all I know.
Well, yeah, okay. You can say.
No, we're talking about right now, but Terry, talking
about
right now.
So that's what I said. I got him over right now. I got him over Ice Tray.
Is he better than Fox for you? Is he over De'Aaron Fox?
Hell no. Come on now. Let's not do that.
Is he better than SGH?
No.
SGH?
Yes. Right now, yes, because he still went to the playoffs.
Whoa.
What are we talking about? Is it single player or is it like with success?
I'm saying right now, who's better right now?
Who's a better player right now?
Shea.
Is he better than Halliburton? Is he better than Halliburton?
That's hard.
No, because at James Harden's stats were better than Halliburton's this year. Because the assists, remember he led the league in assists.
I think it's better than Halliburton. I love Halliburton, but Harden.
I like Halliburton too.
No, right now I take I think right now Halliburton's a better player.
I think that's your opinion. Hey, I think this
factors in. I think this factors in on how you rate James Harden as of right now. Because we already know Paul George and Kawhi are top 10 players. So the missing factor is James Harden.
James Harden didn't even make All-Star this year. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. If he's that great, why didn't he make the All-Star team in the East, no less?
But he went to the playoffs though.
Yeah, but
Yeah, with Embiid. With Embiid, who made the All-Star?
Media narrative. You have to understand All-Star is a media narrative.
Dude, he did not deserve to make the All-Star. He did not deserve.
So that means you would have to say Dame didn't deserve to be an All-Star or make an All-NBA team this year because he didn't even make the playoffs.
Shy, I want to ask you, Shy. Watching this season, I want to ask you, Shy Town. Who deserves to be an All-Star? DeMar DeRozan, Jalen Brunson. Watching this season.
Jalen.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you can't use that as an argument. So you can't use that as an argument. Watching, so it doesn't matter that Harden wasn't an All-Star. How's Halliburton been a better year than Harden this season? How? Because the Pacers fell off a cliff.
Dude, you said yourself though, or I don't know. To me, he was just bad. First of all, Harden's playing with Embiid, so of course he's gonna look better.
How? But even without Embiid at times, Harden kept the Sixers afloat though.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but there were times Turner was injured this year and Buddy Hield here and there, and the Pacers fell off a cliff with Halliburton on the helm. You can't ignore that. You can't ignore. Again, Halliburton is good. I love Tyrese Halliburton. Great passer, can shoot. But Harden's just as good as a passer, better scorer, better mid-range shooter. So I'm sorry. I love Halliburton. But even this season, you can argue Harden had a better year. You can't just use All-Star as an argument. Because if that's the case, you would say DeRozan. If that was the case, you would think DeRozan had a better year than Brunson. But if you used eye test, he would not. Brunson had a better year than DeRozan. But you can't use All-Star as an argument, though. You can't use All-Star as an argument.
If Dame is in Miami, is that a super team with Bam and Jimmy?
No.
Hell fucking no.
Okay.
No.
Damn, I was gonna say yes. Damn.
I was gonna say yes.
No, it's not. That's not.
Yes.
Bam about not even a top 10 player.
Because you got 3 All-Stars right there. You know, come on, man.
Yeah, but
two All-NBA players plus a defensive like first teamer. Come on.
Nah, come on.
I think Bam is like one of those off and on, like Terra B All-Stars.
No, he an All-Star.
Yes, but he's off and on. He's off and on though for All-Stars.
But if that's the logic, Miami, even if they get Dame, it's not a super team. If we're going by that logic, it's the Chicago Bulls a super team right now because DeRozan's an All-Star, Levine's an All-Star, and Vucevic's an All-Star. We can't just put super team just randomly though.
Right.
Dame's not a superstar.
To me, this is my definition of super team. You need at least 2 top 10 players and another All-Star. That's my criteria for it.
You need at least 2 superstars, 3 superstars.
So Phoenix isn't a super team then.
No, because like I said, to be a super team, you need 2 guys.
Yeah.
No, for me to be a super team, you need 2 guys who are top 10 in the league and another All-Star. That's a super team. Two superstars and 1 All-Star.
Agreed. Booker's not a superstar. Beal is not a superstar. Durant is. Just put super teams randomly, though.
You think that's a super team? G-Money, the Suns.
Fuck no. Anyone who thinks he knows nothing but basketball. Fuck no.
No, I don't think that's a super team either because Bradley Beal is not really. I mean, you could argue he's a guy that's putting up big numbers on a bad team. I don't know what it's all about Bradley Beal. I don't know what he made of. So
I hate when people and I don't think I want to rant about. I hate when people look at Aguilas. Stop overhyping Aguilas, man. Beal couldn't lead his team to the damn playoffs as the number 1 option, man. Stop overhyping Aguilas. Look at how
your lady says Booker is a superstar. What Booker is to you guys? A top 10 player?
He a star.
Top 15.
He is an All-Star player. He's an All-Star player.
He's a top 15 player.
Right. I agree with that.
I love Devin Booker. But how's Booker a superstar when he chokes in elimination game? Booker is a superstar when he got played by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in a game 6 and freaking Jalen.
Hey, G-Money, you still there?
Better that, man.
Oh,
He's not no damn. I love Booker, but he's not no damn superstar. Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he's definitely not. He's definitely not a superstar. I don't think nobody. I don't think nobody agreed to that. But KD is a superstar, though.
By far.
Yeah.
By far. The Suns are not.
I think you can make a case though. KD's not a superstar anymore.
What? Oh, no, Lord.
No, some people thought Booker was better than him.
What?
No.
Come on.
No, dude. They were saying people are saying Booker was the best player on the team.
Hey,
people are saying that.
Hey, I like. Is that a real trade though? That San Antonio gonna get Tyler Hero?
No, these are trade offers based off the teams and rumors. Trade ideas.
That's not bad. I don't think they should get Tyler Hero. He a good shooter.
I wouldn't be surprised if a trade actually go down like that, because that's how it's going to have to look like based off the numbers. If we just doing by the numbers,
yeah, they have to do a 3-man trade because Portland doesn't want another shooting guard or point guard. They got Shadon. That kid gonna be a problem. I like him.
Shaden Sharp.
Shaden Sharp. Yeah. Are they gonna trade Simmons?
Oh, see you later. Disagrees. He says Booker led the team to the finals before. And y'all see what Booker was averaging in the postseason.
Okay, let's use that logic. If we're going by that logic, is Allen Houston a superstar? By that logic, is Freewell a superstar? Just because you lead your team to the finals does not make you a superstar. What does that mean, though? Don't you have to be consistent to be a superstar, even in the finals? Just don't you have to be consistent even
to be a superstar? You got to be consistent all year round. You got to be a guy that's an MVP talk. You got to get some individual accolade awards. You got to do all of it.
Yeah, by that line, you're gonna tell me Rasheed Wallace and Chauncey Billups was a superstar?
No.
By their logic,
Chauncey Billups does have that Finals MVP though.
Yeah, but he ain't a superstar.
I know.
That's my point. You can't use Terry. Don't use Finals MVP as your argument. If that's the case, Iguodala superstar.
Hey man, he was balling out there with the Nuggets and with the 76ers.
Bro,
and he was an all-star.
Is Iggy a superstar? Be honest. Thank you. Okay.
No.
Thank you. So what are we talking about? Booker's not a superstar. He's good, but he's too inconsistent sometimes, man. I love Devin Booker. I love him. He's crazy.
But let me answer this then.
He's not a superstar. Stop hyping.
If James goes to the Clippers, is the Clippers the favorites out the West for y'all?
No.
I think Denver still might have it. I think Denver still might get it.
Don't get me wrong. James Harden. I always said this. He can't win. You can't win with him. He's your first option or your second, but he can definitely do something. He's your third man. They got a chance. I'll give him a chance, a slight-headed chance.
Every team has a chance.
I do have one question.
I don't even think that team will. I think that team will be Lakers 2.0. They're not going to mesh well.
It wouldn't mesh well because who's the point guard? Who's the point guard?
There's only one.
Yeah, that's what I said. Who's bringing the ball up? Is it Russ or James? Who's the point guard?
And here's the thing.
James is more of a shooting.
And here's the problem. How's this team going to guard Michael Porter in the paint? How you got Aaron Gordon in the paint?
They ain't got the size.
No, they got Kawhi and Paul George. What you mean? You talking about centers like Nikola Jokic and AD? Who gonna stop them?
Oh,
on top of that, here's the thing too. I don't think Kawhi Leonard's a top 10 player in the league.
I mean, yeah.
You can make a case. Because he's always hurt. So I got to give you availability. That counts. That plays into a factor too.
What do you think, Pete? Let's say what do you think, Pete? Let's say Harden goes to the Clippers. Do you think that team will beat the Nuggets? Is your favorite to come out the West? Pete?
No. Hell no.
Dude, I'll tell you this: if Harden joins that team, they're going to be worse than last year.
I can see that.
Unless you get a Russell Westbrook, you can't have Russell Westbrook, Harden, and then Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. That's not going to work. You need to get rid of either. You need to get rid of Westbrook if you're getting Harden.
I agree because he's losing athleticism.
And got to make a play. Russ
is losing athleticism.
Yes,
barely. But James Harden done lost all athleticism with all that weight. I'd rather still keep Russ.
But his game,
at least Russ is still getting up. At least Russ is still pushing the pace though. He pushes the pace fast. James can't do that. Come on, man.
No, I agree with you with that part. But James Harden, his game does not rely 100% on his athleticism, but mostly
Yeah,
for Russ. For Russ, yeah, he could push the pace here and there. But I'm just saying, like when I see him play, he somewhat lost his first step. Same as James Harden, but when you have a player who just
James
really
Harden
relies
lost all his stuff.
on his
James Harden lost all them stuff.
on his athleticism, and a player that can't or not, it's not that great at shooting. I think he a little better when he was with the Clippers. I don't know. Then I don't know how you can keep those two guys together.
I'm with you on that. That's why I said it wouldn't work.
I have one question. Looking at the core of Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, how many rings do you see Denver winning currently constructed?
They can win about one more or two, but it depends, man. I say one more.
One more.
Okay.
That's it.
What do you think, Shai?
Nikola got to take more care of his body. If he don't do that, then I'll give him about like 3 more years to win about a couple more championships. And that's really it.
Okay. Okay, I can see that. So you guys say one more. What do you think, Shai? Or 2 more. What do you think, Shai? I guess Shai might stepped out. What do you think, P?
If they're healthy, they repeat.
Okay.
Whoa.
Why? Who do you think gonna beat them? Who do you think gonna beat them? Terry.
I mean, look, Michael Porter's gonna get better. Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, KCP. I mean,
because honestly, I don't think the league is even that like tough right now. I think the only teams that really stand a chance against them is the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh yeah.
And the Boston Celtics. You guys say the Boston Celtics have a shot too. Boston's a legit shot too.
I mean, that team is so streaky. I don't know with that team anymore. I mean,
Porzingis helps.
I don't know about that because they lost Marcus Smart now.
Gmoney. Trust me, bro. Kristaps Porzingis is not gonna change.
Porzingis does help. The more I thought about it, Shai, I thought it was gonna be mediocre at first, but Shai, the more I thought about it, I'm starting to think Porzingis is gonna help a little bit though.
No, but they lost Marcus Smart. They lost Marcus Smart.
But then don't you insert Malcolm Brogdon right there?
You still got Brogdon who can still help.
Yeah, that's a great addition.
You still no Brogdon.
I mean, he didn't even play that much last year in the playoffs.
Can y'all hear me?
That's last year, but
loud and clear. I can hear you.
How do you know Mazzulla's gonna play more?
Yeah, I'm sorry to do this. I know we was cooking, but it's about that time. I gotta head out.
Okay.
Hey, everybody have a great night and a great 4th, guys.
All right.
You too. Stay safe.
Have a great 4th, y'all.
You too.
Peace.